The postman came, and I'm trying to teach Freya that the postman's just helping Mama, bringing things that she needs, but it still causes a big run around barking moment. But she's getting better. She's actually getting better at a lot of things, and I'm really proud of her. And that was literally one of the things I was about to tell you about. So like, Teak was lying at the bottom of the bed, and she's just like this little itty bitty. And Freya, my big staffy, walks down the bed towards her, and I'm like, okay, I'll just keep a little eye on this. But then she like lies down next to Teak, and then puts her little head down. She just wanted to cuddle up with the baby, and it was really, really cute. So yeah, that was really cute. It was a really good part of yesterday. And like I was saying, I also signed my affidavit for my divorce. I have done it before, but because of like health issues, colds, flus, school stuff, general life stuff, and us being told, oh, you know, just post it in when you get a chance, it kind of got put a bit on the back burner. And when we did get a chance to send it in, it was just too late, so it had to be redone, and I've spent months chasing them up to get them to actually like send another one out and then make an appointment, and it's been a whole thing. I think if I could have, I would have chosen a different lawyer, but we won't talk about that. I just want to get my divorce over and done with, and I'll keep in mind in future that it can be very hard to get in contact with the solicitors at that place. But yeah, so my fungal infection is being systemic. I have had it for a good while. It was all in my organs, in my stomach. It's been putting my liver under a lot of stress. My body, like my entire body, has been like holding water and retaining things, and it's been stagnant. My lymphatic system has basically been pretty much a halt. So I've been like puffy, super asymmetrical, like a lot stiffer than normal. And what I didn't realize was, well, now I can relocate and manipulate the right side, my right sciatic joint, back into place, because the inflammation is going down. There is another problem which I didn't consider, and that is, now that the inflammation from my fungal infection is going down, my fingers and my thumbs and my wrists have been going out so easily. Like I say so easily, they already go out so easily, but it's been like so much worse. Like before, holding something would like cramp up my hand or whatever, and it would be really painful and really difficult. And I'd like dislocate and stuff, but now it's like, yesterday I was holding something, and I can't remember, but I normally don't have too many issues with it, and my finger would just not stay in place. It just kept going out every time I held this damn thing. And I can't even remember what it was right now, because I was pretty dissociative yesterday after the whole like lawyer appointment and stuff. But yeah, so that's the whole thing. I've been taking, I think it's called fluconazole. It's you can get it over the counter, or you can get it through a chemist. It is antifungal, so it's like an antibiotic but for fungal infections. So I've done a 6-day course of that, and I'm going to see if I need to do any more, but my body's not feeling as stagnant as it was before. I've been feeling a lot of lymph movement, and my body's like my body's doing like purge breakouts. Sorry, my lips are all like cracked because of the fungal die-off, and yeah, but I think in general, my body's doing a lot better. I know I look really tired right now, but that's because there's a Disney Dreamlight Valley update, and I kind of got held up playing that through the night. And before that, I've spent Lord only knows how long collecting those damn little button things for the Disney Parks Fest. So yeah, I'm just really sore, really tired, and I'm really feeling it. Sorry. I'm just really feeling it in my body after yesterday and today. So I'm just going to be using, for now, if I feel better later, I will do a ketoconazole wash. But I'm just tea trees antifungal, that's good enough for now. And then after that, I'm going to use my Dacturin. It's an antifungal cream. It's ketoconazole as well, and I think it's like, what, 5% or something. I'm not sure what it is. I will put everything on screen again. But this is the one I like better over the Canesten. So basically I am every fungal or antifungal type thing I can get, if it's creams, if it's whatever, the tablets, if it's like a herbal tea or something else that'll help like my lymphatic system, I have been using them. Everything I can get my hands on to like fight this thing, I have been doing it. And I'm just gonna keep continuing to do that until like the symptoms of this thing are just like, you know, no longer a plague to my body. But there is a lot of change. Like you can see, I think around like this kind of lower half of my face that I no longer have all that kind of puffiness. I'm still a bit asymmetrical, but it should go, sorry, my eyes are stinging. It should go down, it should go down the more I fighting this thing. Oh, my eyes are so stingy. Why? Sorry, I just tried rubbing my eyes there to see if it helped, because like I can't see anything in them. They're just really irritating me. But yeah, my sinuses feel so much better. Not like completely better, but they do feel a lot better. And yeah, so I figured when I can, when I'm up to it, I will film and we can, I don't know if anyone else has one of these things, and you can maybe pick up some stuff that like works well for me and try it out. I don't know, we'll see. I'm also still doing therapy. The D.I.D thing is a definite, so we're at peace with that. It's not so much the disorder, it's more like how you get a disorder that's been hard for how, well, specifically how I got the disorder is something that's harder to come to terms with than the disorder itself. I'm sorry. I'm like partly tired, but I don't know if I'm also like partly dissociative or not. But yeah, therapy's been, I don't remember the last, I don't actually know how many sessions. I don't remember. It's like kind of a blank at the moment, but I do remember that the last session on Monday was pretty good. Our trauma specialist wanted to know, you know, how we feel about ourselves, like how do we see ourselves. And sorry, I just got my mirror down here, so yeah, and she wanted to know, like, if we wanted to at some point be one single personality, and like, you know, like how you would be without D.I.D, or if we wanted to stay as we are and just have like better communication and teamwork and be able to function. And at the moment we want to stay multiple, and we have our reasons for that. We want to stay multiple, and I mean, like, like we said to our specialist, you know, as healing goes on, that could like change. We might, like, as we heal and grow, we might, you know, decide that we want to just be one plural single identity. And she said, like, we don't have to decide right now. There's no right or wrong answer. We don't have to decide right now, because, like, you know, there's always like time. And that right now she's just trying to like get to know us, and sorry, hairs, get to know us and like build up trust. We like her. But yeah, but it was good. And she was asking, like, if we see ourselves as like totally separate people, or if we're more like a banana peel, you know, like peeled down but not fully down. And we have some that are, we call them fractures, or like splinters. They're not fully off, they're not fully separated, but the majority of us are completely separate. I think there might be like maybe 3 who are like, you know, like splinters or fractures, whatever you want to call them, and the rest of us are all fully separated, completely independent parts. But we didn't understand the question at first, because we've always, like, ever since I was little, like 6 years old, I think, was maybe 5, is when, no, it would have been 5, was when we first realized that there was other people in our head with us. And we just kind of figured everyone had that, because, like, you don't know any better. And then, like, as we grew up, we heard people talking about the little voice in your head, you know, like your conscience. We figured, oh, it's just that then. And then where are all these hairs coming from? And then, like, it was like maybe 2019, yeah, about 2019, we learned that no, most people only have like one little voice in their head, not a bunch, and they're not constantly talking. So yeah, I forgot what I was saying. This is really tiring on my arm. I don't know why. But oh yeah, so we didn't really understand the question, and then we explained it like an apple. We explained it as being an apple, like the apple's whole, but then it gets sliced up. But the apple knows that it came from the core. The apple knows that it was split from itself. It's aware of that. It has that comprehension. You know, if apples have any comprehension, who knows? This world is strange. But that's what we likened it to, like an apple. The apple is one, and then it gets split off into parts, and then the parts can fit back together. They can look whole. They know that they were once all connected. And that's like us. We've always known that we were once connected. We didn't know why or how or whatever all this happened, but, you know, we're aware. Not all of us are aware, but we're aware, and we've always been, ever since we started, like, unlocking each other, that makes it sound like a video game, but whatever, then that's when we realized, you know, we came from each other, but there's so many layers to us. So we have like our initial circle of splits, and then they have their own circle of splits, who have their own circle of splits, who have their own circle of splits, and then there's like branches off. It's like this big family tree, very big family tree. So yeah, and I'm also writing a book. Yeah, so I'm writing a book about, I'm not really sure how to word it. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, if you read it then and you like that kind of thing, then it's a good read. But if you're like me / us, then you'll see beyond it being just a good read. There'll be things in it that you'll pick up, and you'll be like, oh, okay, I get it. I get what's happening here. So yeah, fun for the whole traumatized and non-traumatized communities. I'm just taking it slow with writing that though, because like, you can't always guarantee who's gonna be, well, you can never really guarantee who's gonna be front, but also like, you've got to be in the mood for these things. You've got to be like, you just got to be in the headspace for it, or it's gonna throw the whole vibe and sound off. But it's flowing pretty naturally, I guess. I don't know, I've never really written a book properly before, you know? Like, I've only ever really written, you know, like when you're a kid and you write books, you never remember what characters were doing what, and it ends up a big jumbled mess because like one character is off doing on a completely different storyline, and then suddenly they're in the current storyline that you're writing when they're meant to be like 1,000 miles away doing something else. Or like the time where I basically took the entirety of like Harry Potter and wrote it from Hermione's point of view. Yeah, that's the kind of books I used to write. But this one, I'm not doing like the whole planning, world building thing. I'm just sort of, I don't need to do that because I have it. It's been created already. It doesn't need to be planned out or like imagined. It's already all there. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And if anybody, I don't know, like maybe somebody can like be my test reading guinea pig or something. So yeah, I just put a few layers of the Dactyl and I start thin and then I go medium and then I go a bit thicker. And then for my lips, I'm just dotting a few bits on my lips and tapping it in, because if I pull my lips then it's just going to make them like, it's going to make the lines deeper, it's going to make them more cracked and whatever else. And they're already cracked enough because they were like dry last night no matter what I put on them, just because like the shed was like the dye off shedding was coming off, and it was really bothering me last night, so I'm like, wait, I have my lips all night, so my lips are like extra raw. And put a little bit. See, oddly enough, I always thought like, because everyone has herpes and stuff, right? Cold sores and stuff, but I've never actually had one. I was really surprised. So like when I got these little cracks in the corner of my mouth, I thought that was it, but it was actually my fungal infection. Because fungal infections suck all the moisture out of your skin. Never forget under your nose, people. Everyone always forgets under their nose. And if you've got a fungal infection, get all these little creases and stuff and like around your ears and in your ears and just everywhere you possibly can. Even your eyebrows. And that is me done for now. I am going to put where'd it go? Here it is. I am absolutely broke, but I found a few lip creams and stuff that seem like quite good ones, because I can't use my Maleka's natural stuff at the moment just because of what's in them. It's going to feed the fungal infection. But I have this. I cannot read it. I do not read Japanese, but I do read a little Korean. And I have another one, but I'm not exactly sure where it went right now. So I'm going to put a little this on. I am not going to just like on my lips like this. I'm just going to take a little bit on a clean finger, and then I'm going to like put this around my lips and then pat it in, just like give them a little extra hydration and help against the cracking. It sounds like some kind of sea monster, like the cracking. I prefer, I think it's DHC. It's another Japanese one I have. It's more like a cream. This is more like a kind of a, I don't know, to me this has more of a kind of a thick balm, somewhere between a balm and a mask texture. I don't know if it actually is a mask because I've forgotten. I need to go back and check the listing, but it's what's in reach. And it's keeping my lips hopefully from cracking even more. And I'm gonna seal it in with a little cheap lip mask that I got from Shein, just because they have been drying out really quickly the last few days, just with the amount of dye off. I'm just gonna pat that in as well. in this mask, I'm not too bothered about, you know, I'm not too bothered about like reusing my fingers or what's getting it, because it cost me like less than £1 or something, like less than $1, and while money is still money, I also used tokens and credit and stuff, so it's not like, it's more free than it was anything else, so it's like, it's not that big a deal. Did I just wipe that on myself? I did. But I quite like this one. I've only used it like a few times, but it's just like clear, like little flecks of gold in it. But it feels quite nice and you get a decent amount. Yeah. Let's clean it off my finger. I think I just wiped that on myself. I don't know. I think I did though. I'm pretty sure I just wiped my hand all over myself, but whatever. Anyway, that is me for this morning. Fighting fungal infections one day at a time. Yeah. I need to get a drink of water, take some meds, and get my glasses cleaned and put on, because right now everything is in like a quadruple lattice pattern, and I feel like my eyes are just like really all over the place. Not like drifty, I don't know if they're drifting, they probably are drifting a little bit, but not as much as usual because my vision's not as blurry as it always is, but they don't feel quite right, so I'm gonna go get my glasses on and stuff, and I'll see you all soon. We can do this again sometime. I don't know, but yeah, bye. I love you, God loves you, Jesus loves you, the Holy Spirit loves you, and I hope you all have a good day, a good weekend, and take very good care of yourself and each other, and reach out to the people who aren't always doing so great, and you know, reach out to the people who always seem to be doing great, because nobody's always okay. See y'all soon. Bye.